Sorry. Hello and welcome to this new Cavalry livestream. So today I have a real project. It's the birthday of a friend of mine, and with other friends we did a little dancing video. In French we call that a cadavre exquis, but for dance it's about recording movement into one another and creating a chain of clips of people dancing that are linked through motion. And in the end, the idea is to finish the video with a 3x3 grid where we can see different people dancing and have also solid colors appearing, solid colors of the colors of our music bands, and wish her a happy birthday. And so, little disclaimer, I'm very new at Cavalry. I don't know much about the software. I'm discovering it on the go. I have a lot of experience in motion design, so I'm not completely lost. And this time around, I decided that I will provide a little outline of what should happen in the stream. So this is the part where I'm making the disclaimer that I haven't followed the Cavalry tutorials. I don't know, I just enjoy discovering stuff live. And so there will probably be mistakes, there will probably be things that might be obvious to you if you are already a Cavalry user, but will be new to me. And hopefully I will be able to achieve what I have in mind, which is this 3x3 dance grid. So the video with my friends is a vertical one, so it's a vertical 3x3 3x3 video. And yeah, so I wanted also, because I saw on the Cavalry website that they have responsive layouts, and I was messing around with Rive the other day, and I learned how responsive layout worked in there, and I was wondering if it was possible to do the same thing in Cavalry, in which case I would like to have a transition of when I have two pieces of footage in the same card composition and have them switch from one to another by stretching in and out on the y-axis. So setting up something like that in After Effects is definitely possible, but the Rive way is much easier, and yeah, I was wondering how Cavalry would handle that. So I will try to do that kind of transition. If it proves out to be difficult or I can't find it, I will move on and just do the 3x3 layout. We'll see how Cavalry handles clip, and I must say that right at the beginning of this video, I was trying to do some setup work. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm a bit stressed today, I don't know what I have. Yeah, so I was doing some setup work, and I did create two compositions and create a folder for the footage, and I have my footage named properly and in a little folder. And I must say that I've been disappointed because look at that. I drag and drop the footage in Cavalry and beams. It just disappears. So yeah, this is not great, I must admit. This is a problem I didn't have in the previous attempt of working in Cavalry, so this footage is on a hard drive, so maybe that's the reason, but if I import it with Control E, it's the same thing. So I haven't tested, taking only 3. Taking only 3 works. Okay. So maybe there's a limit to the number of clips you can import at once. So I will try 10. Details, yeah, okay. How much is that? Oh, I have no indication. It must be 10-ish, that's 11, okay. Let's grab 10, open. Okay, so 10 is okay. Well, I don't think it's very interesting to test it further, so I will just do that again. What is happening, Cavalry? Why do you hate me? Let's do that again. Let's try to copy everything on the desktop. It will be on my C drive. Maybe this will help. I have no clue. Is the copy finished? Okay, that was fast. Okay, so I like how you can control 1 to open the last project. This is super handy. And this is what I did to quickly open the new project. So desktop, yeah. No, still won't do it. Well. So I will ask my AI if there's a limitation to the number of clips you can import in Cavalry, because really this is quite annoying. Do you know if there's a limit of the number of videos you can import in Cavalry? Because the software keeps crashing when I import more than 10. So let's try again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, maybe it's not the software. Maybe there's one video that has a problem and that makes everything go south. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Like, for instance, this one is very big. Maybe it's the culprit. So let's import everything except that one. See how it behaves. No, it's not that. Maybe it's that, but I didn't find the. So let's do a quick test. Can After Effects handle that? Yeah, obviously it takes a long time, and I will have to. Oh no, I will have to. I'm on a different computer, so I will have to authenticate. That's not ideal. So number of video limit, yeah, obviously this is supposed to handle 10 videos, so this is probably something else. Well, at least we know that the first 10 are okay, so we probably should move on. But now that I've launched After Effects, I will just quickly see if importing all of that indeed works. So I should hide that. Okay, new project. No, shouldn't have done multiple files. There's something weird here. Okay, so my videos are definitely the problem here. Yeah, that's what happens when you work with footage that has been sent over Signal. And okay, so this is definitely not Cavalry's fault. We will take the 10 videos that have been imported before and use them and move on. So okay, so this worked. Oh, okay, perfect. So we have videos to work with and it's not crashing. So let's go back to the outline because this all, yeah. So yeah, we will test first a single card layout. And but the first thing I want to set up is a color array. So I've seen that you have arrays and you can handle colors pretty in a pretty efficient manner in Cavalry, because you can have a color as a layer in your composition and reference it, and it allows to send this color quickly to anything you want, and this makes changing and iterating upon colors extremely efficient and procedural, and I really like that. This is something that has always been a pain in Photoshop and After Effects for me. So let's start with this little color array, because I already know the colors I want to use. Okay, so add layers. Is my memory wrong? Array. Oh, that's because I'm in shapes. A set array, color array. So this should be in the... Let's put that in the card layout comp for the moment. So obviously an array is just an array, so I can add my colors like so. Oh, that's nice. I thought that because I did some shader array things the other day, and you had to have several colors, several layers for each shape and shader. I just wonder if I take a look at that here. Okay, no, so even like so, the colors are self-contained within the array. So we have a green, but this is not that shade. Oops. I think it was... Okay. I've always had trouble dialing greens. I don't know why. It's a color I just don't know much how to use. Okay, so we had an orange. Yeah, it was a big flashy orange. So on that we have red. Nice full red. Just out of personal preference, I will take a slightly pinkish one, we have black, we have white, and this should do it for the color palette of this little composition. So now we have that, and let's build. That's a big fancy word for just drawing out a little. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone in do not disturb, which I will do right now. Okay, so yeah, let's do a rectangle shape and use the color. Okay, am I in do I have magnetism? I don't feel any magnetism. Where is it already? Oh, it's there. So composition, bounding boxes, point. Let's magnet everything. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. So I will dial that by dimension. It will be easier. And now let's grab a video. Oh, let's add one of our colors first. Fill color. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab a video. So I will start with this one because this kid is the last character of the edit. It's the last dancer, and we will make the transition with him. So let's have him full screen. So 3. Let's lock that. Okay. And Y0. Okay. So this, no sound, thank you. So now we want to try the layout thing. So let me see if we have layout in there. Layout group. So how does it work? Shape, masks. So maybe I need first to put them in there. Okay. So what happened? Let me see. So we have his hand at the very border, at the right border of the frame. So when I put that here, okay, so it's been, yeah, it's been moved. If I remove that, the green, it's been moved, but it's not been moved like in a very intuitive manner, because we have this here, and the kid, it's half. Okay, maybe it has something to do with the fact that this video was imported and it was horizontal and it has a transform. I don't know. So now layout group, shape, feather. So this is the bounding box of the layout. So I don't think this is, or line spacing. So where do we give elements? So I think instead of me spending an awful lot of time trying to understand that, we can maybe pick at a piece of tutorial or documentation to try to understand it quicker. Spacing. Okay, spacing is interesting. And it's okay, so we have a direction, vertical. I don't like that, obviously. I'm trying to maximum size, minimum size. So, okay. Yeah. Wrap mode, no wrap. Wrap reverse. Maximum size. So it takes card layout resolution. Okay, so it takes the size from the composition. Flip order. Okay. So what if I no, this is okay. I think it will be difficult for me to find it quick enough by mere exploration. So, let's just take a look at that. No. Motion blur, vertical, no wrap, wrap. Maybe I just need to. So why are they? Well, maybe I simply need to have them both in position. Have each one have its anchor point. Yeah, but am I using a layout if I do have its anchor point set up at the correct location? So let's say your anchor point is there, and for the rectangle it is there. All right. And now I'm using the complement of the Y scale of this one to drive this other one. But yeah, if I do that, I don't really need a layout. But I mean, I'm not particularly hell-bent on doing that with a layout. I just want to do it procedurally, and so maybe this is a solution that can work and that doesn't necessitate cheating by looking at resources online. So let's just try that first. Okay. So yeah, those are okay. How can I complement? Because I can certainly, but I have a, yeah, there's this weird relationship because this one has a transform. So let's just reset the transform by nesting it inside of shader something. So let's do another rectangle. So let's duplicate this one. Let's have that here. Okay. So this is shape to shader or something like that. I don't remember. I used it the other day, but color shader, distorted cheese, image shader, shape to shader. So I will use a shape to shader to make that a new shader. And after that, use that shader in that new shape. And that way I reset the transform. So maybe this will also help. So the shape, so let's nest that and nest again. Maybe what I'm doing is super convoluted and not very necessary, but I don't know. This is how I do things. Alors, shape to shader, let's input the shape. You have to drag it. You cannot really draw lines between the two. And now rectangle shape, use a shader. And can I do that? Yeah, I can do that. But I don't want to see the fill, so I uncheck it. No, that's not. Am I on the correct one? Okay. Okay, unchecking the fill doesn't deactivate it, weirdly. Oh, that's because it takes its color from the color array? No. At least now I can remove the alpha. Oh my god. I have a feeling that this whole thing might just get super messy. So why did I lose? Oh, I have an unwanted rectangle shape in there. I messed up my shapes, so this one was the one I wanted. Okay. Oh no, what did I do? So, you here, okay. You out. Yes. So now this one has normal scale. Okay, this was the point. So took me some time, but we are there. So this one should still be linked to the color array. Yes, it is. So this is the true rectangle shape. And this one is video. Okay. So what happens if so we will take a fresh layout, because I'm wondering if if it will behave differently now that the scaling of those two is different. Yeah, interesting. It really did behave pretty differently, and so this transform thing was something that mattered. My intuition was correct. Okay. What's interesting is that they are offset, the two, when you put them inside of the layout, which in my opinion indicates that the location of the anchor point has an impact on the two. Okay, interesting. Let's reset those. Okay, so the layout is, I think, an horizontal one when we want a vertical one. So let's see what it does like that. Okay. So the video is below and the other one is on top of it. Okay. Okay. This is very interesting. So the layout probably expects central anchor points. So we will just give it that and see what we get. We should have both videos centered. Yeah. And they are centered, but each of one is offset by half. So I suspect that if we were to move things around, it would, yeah, you can easily do replacement like so. But remember, this is not what we're aiming for. We are aiming for a scale replacement, meaning that this little guy is called Elia, and he should shrink down to be replaced by the green. And actually, maybe that's not such a great idea, because if I'm using solid colors, you don't see the stretching of the y-axis, except that I won't be using solid colors for real, so no, that's still something I can do. Okay, let's explore. So we've made progress, and now I really do think that the layout approach might not be what I want or need, because there's only one control for the scale. And yeah, so I will go back to this idea of complementing the scale, if I can do that. So let's grab everything and put it out of the layout again. And anyways, the work we did renesting the video will be useful for the scale, because that way we have two normalized vertical scales, and it should be easier to do the switch. So let's redo this. Nonetheless, no. Yeah, like that. And you go away, and the rectangle, yeah. So let's link our scales, shall we? And so it should probably be something like a math transformer or something like that. Video, add behavior. Number range, pathfinder, position blend, brown sound, value blend. Okay, so it scales it like this one is 40%, so no, this is not what I want. Oh, so now I have my scale completely ruined. What if I do that? What? Opacity, scale, rectangle, fill alpha. Not what I expected. Okay, so let's pin this one and this one too. Okay, that I can do. So this is the one that, okay, we're getting somewhere, except that it's not complement, it's mirror. So let's take a look at the dependency graph. See if we can add a little node over there. Please. There is no dependent. Let's see if we have a complement. No. Okay, we'll ask the AI. Do you know how I could complement one value with another? And by that I mean I'm doing the layout thing and I want the Y scale to be on the video A to be 1 and on the video B to be 0. And when I move the Y scale of the A video down to 0, we have the B video up to 1. And in the meantime, we will take a quick look at Cavalry. In the documentation, we have something on layouts. Yeah. What does it say? Responsive layouts. Let's take a quick look.
And likewise, we've got this call out at the bottom. As you can see there, the text is actually resizing dependent on the... And then let's set the color to black. So the way, in this case, we've got them the wrong way around. The maximum size is connected to the composition. So select both of these and then drag them in. And you can see they're now in the layout. Now in this case, we've got them the wrong way around. That's very easy. We just need to swap the direction here. As you can see, they're now in the right way. Let's just turn this off for now. Now, nothing has actually happened at this point. And that's because layouts start from the center and work out from there. And what we need to do to force these to the edges of the comp is add a spacer in between. So I can search for spacer, double click, and again, I'm going to drag this. If I drag this into the top here, you'll see that both of them get pushed to that side. For this example, we want this into the middle, and this will push them both across. And the reason...
Okay, interesting. This is not exactly what we want to do. Yeah, I know I want to complement. With a math utility, create one unlimited controller value for the transition. Example, reveal goes from 0 to 1, connect reveal directly to B, create a math node, okay. Yeah, that seems like a solid plan, but I need an integer and okay, math node. Let's check if we have that. Math, yeah, we do have math. That's great. So maybe value. Yeah, okay, let's try that. So this is a value. Oops. This is the... Yeah, no, this is not an integer. This is a float, and we will move that from 0 to 1, or 100% to... Yeah, percentage can work too. Let's take a look at math. Okay. Operation subtract. So let's use the value let's set it at 1 first, because this will drive the Y of, okay, so I need to remove what I did earlier. So this one is driven by, yeah, it looks like it's working. If I do 0.7, okay, it's indeed working, which is pretty awesome if you ask me, because that means we will be able to do that, to pull that off. And now we will subtract, first we will have 1. I suppose this is how it works, so I use that. And the second is driven by U value, and the result right now is 0, because 1 minus 1 equals 0. And if I do 0.7, yeah, I have 0.3. Okay, the setup is complete. That was easy. This is awesome. And yeah, I really wonder how it would have been done inside of After Effects, but probably not as easily. Okay, so now we need to wire things correctly, because right now it's not the case. So this is driving the shape. So result drives the rectangle shape Y. Okay. I will add something inside of the I will add a shader so that we can see what's happening, and make that a little another blend mode, because right now it's not really nice. Yes, plus. What do we have with plus? Yeah, plus is fine. Yeah, okay. That way we can see what's happening. And now this is the main driver. Oh, no, don't go there, don't go there. And if I add keyframes over there in the value, here we are at 1, and now we are at 0. Okay, this is pretty ugly, but this is supposed to be a funny video, so I don't mind. And poor Elia is being shrunk down like, I don't know. I'm honestly not sure about that effect, but I wanted to test it, and yeah. So Cavalry has a pretty awesome feature which is called magic easing, and you can pretty easily apply pre-made easings on the keys. So no, definitely not something bouncy. It's already cringe enough already. But let's take a look at that in the graph editor. And I have the feeling also that the graph editor is really not bad. Maybe not as good as Houdini's, but I mean, Houdini's graph editor is just really, really awesome. So magic easing. Oh, and that's, yeah, this is an issue I had with the magic easing. It's not always easy to have it working inside of the graph editor, and there is something that completely forbids to use it if you are in a transform key mode. You won't be able to to magic ease no matter what. So don't lose your time like I did the other day by trying to magic ease with that toggled. So I think I will do that. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I like it. This is directly much. Sorry, I'm not used to that setup. This is this is almost acceptable. Like so, I don't know. Okay, so now we have our. So we will see how much is the graph editor easy to manipulate. For instance, I'm curious if I can simply let's try to answer some questions. Yeah, so this works pretty nicely, and it keeps the easing mode that has been chosen. So this is really handy. Yeah, that too, it's awesome. That means you can pretty easily invert animations. Yeah. Okay. So it's been moved a little too. So sorry, I keep interrupting. This must be really painful for you. Excuse me for that. I will just create quickly some variation and have let's say 3 videos and after that we move on to the next topic, which is making the 3x3 grid. So let's duplicate that one. Cavalry Layout. Okay, so I will call you 0 because I'm a little rigid when it comes to things like that. Yeah, that way we have a nice little series. So, okay, we will be able now to test how easy it is to replace stuff in Cavalry. I think it's easy, but let's verify that. I also wonder, so we will move, we will invert the keys like we did earlier. This is the one, okay. 1, so you value what is the I haven't found the quick move through keys shortcut yet. Well, let's explore if we can find that quickly, because it's really handy when you try to do keyframes to move from one keyframe to another. And edit preferences. So where are you, keyboard editor? Doesn't look like it's there. UI features, color management. No. File, render manager, project settings. Okay, so it's not in the usual places, which is unexpected. Shortcut manager, we found it. So let's search for keyframe. Go to next keyframe is Control Alt right and Control Alt left. Okay. Yeah, this is nice. So it's at 24. Perfect. We are working 24. So this means that this one can go to frame 48, and we are consistent in the switching. Okay. let's go to the number 2. Let's grab the keys, and can I do that? So can I do frame multi plus 48? If it's possible, it's really nice. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so it's not a big deal. Let's move. Ah, that's not how it's done. Okay. How can... Sorry, because I want to move while maintaining the values. But, and can I do that? No, it collapses the keys. Ha. What did I do? So, okay, let's just do 48 for you, and 48 plus 24, it's it's 68, 60, 72. This is painful. This is so painful. Yeah, okay. Let's change the color now that we have this nice procedural color array. So can I do things like that? No, I can't. But I can remove it at least. And the color 2 should go in the rectangle shape fill color. Okay. For the card layout one, same thing. Let's get out of the graph editor. Let's use, what color will we use this time? Remove that. Let's use the black. This was the original band colors, so but this time the checkerboard might not be correctly set, but it's okay. And drag that over here. Oh no, the checkerboard is still visible. So now we will replace Elia by other people. How easy is that? So let's go over there, Elia. Can I take Gigi and replace Elia? No. Oh no. So if I do that, so this time around I will just have them side by side. Yeah. I really would like to have more of the names here. I don't need all those tags. Is there something I can do about that? I don't know. Let's Alt. Alt is not working. And if I, because the image shader has an asset, I suppose. What if I do that? Yeah, okay. I'm not sure this is the sanctified way to do it, but it worked. The problem with that is that my naming are not good, and I don't like that much, so maybe I should just do that. Put that inside. GG shape to shader. So the shape to shader, it takes shape to shader. You don't take GG. You don't take Elia, you take GG. No? Okay, why not? Why don't you want to do that? Shape to shader. Please accept GG as your shader. Okay. So now I can rotate GG. And GG, you look like you have a funky format. So I think I might have broken the uniform scale for you. I'm sorry. accept my apology, GG. So it was not 4. Oh, it was 3 as well. Except that the video is longer than... So I think the advantage of working like that too is that the shape can act as a crop, and this is exactly what I will do. And yeah, there's not really an equivalent of that inside of After Effects, except that I'm a bit puzzled. I thought that the shape had it had dimensions, but I can't find it. This is weird. Let's take a look quickly. I might have stretched her somehow. I don't understand how I did that, but this looks suspicious. 3, and yeah, it's just fitting perfectly the frame, so there's something off in there. I don't know exactly what, but let's replace. Okay, so the dimensions are still correct. The sound I don't need, go away. And now the shape to shader should have GG as an input. Okay, we're getting there. I think I know why. This is because GG has not been correctly set up for when it comes to her anchor point. So let's do that. I think it needs to be right here. Yeah. Let's quickly check. Yeah, so, okay, this is it. Let's move it in the shape to shader and create the link between the two. Why not? Yeah, nice. Okay, progress. And the third one, let's try again. So yeah, each video has its own format. That's not really... I think this one. So can we have a preview of what we are dealing with? I think we can, but this time around I don't see it. Okay, oh, that's me. Okay, so to have the preview, you need to rest your cursor on the video icon. Interesting. Okay, so we'll test with a vertical one, just to see how different the workflow becomes. So what if I do that? Video, shape to shader, Elia. Okay, it was... Okay, let's use this one, it doesn't matter. So in After Effects, you have to select that, then grab that, then do Alt. No, it's definitely not the same. Can I do replace? And parent presets. Rename, no. Maybe I just do that and rename. this was a very complicated. Yeah, but I have to take something else. Yeah, but in that particular case, it doesn't work because this video is vertical, so it's easier to just redo the setup. Okay, so we remove Elia, we take Christoph, but beforehand we scale it appropriately. I think this should be only 2, so let's... No, it's not even 2, it's 1.5. Yeah. Now anchor points, and this time I think it needs to be at the bottom too. Is it always at the bottom? So it's sliding. Okay, she's sliding up, okay. Okay, so I think we have 4 transition possible if we only do solid color versus video, but 3 will be enough. And yeah, Christoph has. But for all of my examples, I will have the video have the anchor point at the bottom, but I mean, you know that it could be the other way around, so now that we set up Christoph correctly, we can add it to the shape to shader by dragging it, and we should have our transition. Yeah, nice. So now we are doing the 9x9 grid. No, the 3x3 grid. 9x9 would be way too much. And zooming out of it to reveal the grid setup. So we will zoom out of Elia and actually I should have thought of keeping some points, some time to do the transition. So I'm trying to move from keyframe to keyframe here, but I'm not sure this is working. I still don't know how to zoom. Yeah. Oh no, it was Control Alt. Yeah. So okay. Okay, so you move over there. You Control Alt. Tack. You move over there. You move over there. And card layout 0, and you move 1 sec over there. And what's nice is that we'll be able to use that one again inside of the 3x3 grid layout. So I'm just copying that over there, and we will drive the zooming out with the same animation. That way we have a consistent motion across the composition. So let's grab 3 of those. And so this will be a little boring because I will have to dispatch them by hand, but maybe there is some procedural... Oh, there is a procedural way to do that. If I use that, a duplicator. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, yeah, no, because I'm not sure I can actually have things duplicated easily. Yeah, no, this is a rabbit hole. This is for another time. I'm pretty sure we can leverage duplicator coordinates to do our card positioning, but let's just do it manually this time, because it's already been an hour of video, and okay, so this is annoying. I think I have too many magnetism going on right here. So let's just choose composition maybe. Otherwise we will do that with values. It will be okay. No, composition doesn't help. Annoying. What if I do it like that? I don't like that. So what are your coordinates? Yeah, so it must be minus 360 and 640 U. So it would be 642 by your logic, and 0, and U. You are 360, 640. No, I'm not. No rotation. Okay. What? Why is he completely shrunk down? I must have. So this is very nice too. I must have messed up something. So it's either the shape. Yeah, I messed up here. I don't know why. I don't know why it's. Oh, yeah, that's the overshoot. Okay, so that's normal. Yeah. Okay, it's a little boring, but we'll have to live with that for now. So let's duplicate everything. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to have them at the top. Change the color so that rows are obvious. Now Y is supposed to be 0. Huh. Okay, why did it move Christoph? I'm not sure. Okay. So let's shuffle those around. So you are supposed to be at the center. Yeah, I'm not sure. I like how you get the attributes on the right. I think that it should be like, if I do that, it should call that layer attributes, and it's not the case. But So maybe I'm just not used to it, but I think it would be nice if it was like that. So let's you are at 0. So this one will be at plus 360, and the last one at minus 360. Okay, and finally we duplicate once again, and we will move everybody over one slot again. But why? I really don't understand what's happening there. So I have those three selected. Let's change the color. Plum. Okay, so now I take U3. No, I don't want to lock you. I want and ask everybody to be, but yeah, okay. It's once again this this attribute selector thing that is not very obvious how to use it. Okay, so now we couldn't do that. Yeah, no, it collapses again. I wondered if we could have the relationship preserved between the values by sliding, but no, it collapses them down. So we'll simply do it quickly like so. You are minus. No, you are not minus, you are at 0. Okay. You are at plus. And finally, you are minus 360. Okay, so now I will need to have some kind of null object moving everybody around. So how to do that? I suppose I can group them. Yeah, and okay, so the group has a transform, and I will be able to drive it. So I want that to be the end state. This is 1. No, it's 0. Okay, so I will need math again. So I should grab the one we have here, but the operation will be a tiny bit different. Oh, it brought its own value. Okay, sure. So the result is, let's take a look. So it should go from 0 to 1, I think. No, it's going from 1 to 0. Okay, it's not a big deal. We probably need to chain math because we want to go from no, we want to go from 0 to 0, 3. So maybe there is a fit range node. no. Or I can simply I can simply do it by hand. But I would have been curious whether I can do this division. So if I have this the value, I want to see the value, yeah. So I'm going from 1 to 0. Well, I can simply change the values here to be 0.33 and here just 1, and so I wonder if it will act like in After Effects if I link that and use value over here to drive X. Oh, okay. And if I do it now, will it still be result in the same animation? I suspect it will. So that means this is a very different system from After Effects, where the moment where you create the link between two values matters. And if this results in the same animation, that means in Cavalry it doesn't. Which is not a bad thing, but is a different way of doing things. So so let's, since we are just using two keys, we can completely skip that and simply do the same. We will have it much easier. So here we should have 3. Create a keyframe. Now Control Alt move over there and go back to 1. And add it was magic easing, anticipate in, overshoot out. Yeah, except that we shouldn't do that because it creates this overshoot, and this is bad for this type of composition. So let's do rather slow in, slow out. I think will be good. Yeah, it's a bit boring, but what else do we have? Very slow in, very slow out. Yeah, I like it better. Let's just take a look at the shape of the easing. So Cavalry has this this thing called curve ghosting or something like that, and it's pretty nice. It allows you to see the difference between the previous easing and the current one. Oh, except that I don't see it this time, but is it because... Okay, anyways. It was better with this easing type. Yeah, there is still a lot of work to do to have something usable, but I think we covered the things I wanted to see in this stream. So let me just check the outline. Oh, we didn't really do editing video. I just used the very beginning of each video, but yeah, we will see that at another moment. Well, thank you for watching this stream, and I'll see you in the next one.